what's up, guys? It's Claudio here, and we are back to Criterium Racing. And I had some fans here. I had some fans in Connecticut here that were cheering me on, so thank you for that, guys. And so this is the Frozen 4 Criterium. It's the last one of the series. There were 4 of them. This is a 3-4 field. And man, I had a great time. I was so happy. I had one goal. The goal is to not get dropped. The last 3 seasons, the last 3 years I've been racing, my only 3 years, I've been dropped every first race of the season. And it sucks because I would train during the winter and I'd be like, okay, I'm ready, I'm so ready. And then I'd get there and I'd get dropped on like the second lap. It's so shocking to understand what racing is like. You forget over the winter, like what it takes to race. And this race, spoiler alert, I did not get dropped. I was so happy about that. I really was in there. And my other goal was to stay on the front for like the first 2 or 3 laps because I thought it was gonna rain. Everyone thought it was gonna rain. It didn't. And I didn't wanna be stuck in the field mid-pack during these corners. So it was a pretty technical course. You saw that corner right there. We just went through. It was the most technical one. And I didn't want to be sliding out, and I didn't want to be, whatever sketchy situations were happening. So I wanted to be in the front. So those were my 2 goals. That's it. And I accomplished that, and I was really happy about it. So the neutral lap, let's talk about the neutral lap. I always show the neutral lap because it's an actual race lap. You just can't attack off the front, and it's slow. It's like 20 miles an hour. But believe it, that people they're shuffling around for position. You can't sleep on the neutral lap. Okay, you need to be where you want to be. If you want to be in the front, go to the front. If you want to be in mid-pack, stay in mid-pack, whatever. But make sure that in the neutral lap, your ass is where you want it to be. It's going to be a very rude awakening. It depends on the field, but sometimes, man, people start hammering it way before the neutral lap ends. I wanted to be in the front, so I got to the front. And I'm here. Let's see what the stats are. My normalized power for this race, not including the neutral lap, was 254 watts. So I put a lot of power. And the average speed was 26 miles an hour, not including the neutral lap. So it was fast. And you're gonna see what's happening here. I had the fitness. I was really pleasantly surprised to have the fitness, the ability to surge and recover. I had quite a few matches, not huge ones or anything, but I'm talking about like 800 watt matches. I had quite a few, and we're gonna go over and see them. And mostly, it was all about these corners. Whoever could corner the best and not use their brakes, they were gonna have the ability to stay in the race and really make it to the sprint. So here we are, neutral lap is ending. We're coming up, and I'm there. I'm third wheel. I'm on top of it. I want to be towards the front. I want to use as little brakes as possible, even though I'm still really rusty. Coming out of the season, the base season. We're gonna check this out. We have this first turn here. It's not super technical. It does require some ability, but usually I didn't brake there. This one, though, was a hard one. And I take it really wide. It was my first time taking it at speed, and I had to hammer out 1,000 watts. I brake 1,000 watts on that just to not get dropped from that wheel. And I'm still struggling. I'm struggling to stay in there. And I finally closed it down, but man, that cost me. Look at my heart rate, 178 already after the second corner. But I'm hammering it, man. You can tell that I really want to race. I really want to be in there. This was exciting. So I'm way too far up, but I don't care. Being second, third wheel you're just not going to get that good of a draft. And you're going to be burning energy, you're right? You see it, we're starting to slow down, but I'm still like at threshold, maybe not so much actually. My threshold is like 275, 277, something like that. And this corner also, you got to get used to that. But it wasn't so hard. This guy flicks his elbow. Somebody else takes over. I do not want to pull. And I get in there. So I'm in there. There are a lot of people behind me. It's supposed to be like 75 in the field. I think on the results there were 38 that finished. So maybe only 38 showed up. I don't know. The forecast said it was going to rain. But anyway, second wheel. I'm just doing watts here. This is not really smart of me. And now I'm just right at the front, like what's going on, and you can here comes the counterattacks. And I have to put out another 800 watts. And I shut it down right away, because if I try to bridge that, it's going to cost me. It's going to hurt me. So I let it go. And it's kind of, it's getting these gaps, and people are starting to get worried. So then they want to shut it down. And there they go. And I hop on the wheel. I want that ride. Even though, it's costing me 500, 400 watts, but it's not going to kill me. Now look at me. I'm under 300. But my heart rate already 180 BPM. Jeez. And I'm already getting gapped here. I know that actually I can close it. I can coast, because I'm going to close it down on the turn. But the reality is that I didn't close it down on the turn. So I'm getting gapped. You can see I can close it a little bit, but I should have pedaled a little more to get on that wheel. And so we really want to chase this down. This guy doesn't want to bridge by himself. And he's getting kind of annoyed. But I'm not gonna pull. I'm not gonna close that gap, man. There's no way. So Justo likes to close gaps, and he's gonna do it. And these other guys are gonna fill in, and I'm just gonna slot in. Even this, though, I'm not totally in the draft. I'm still like one bike length back, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come together. It's no big deal. I'm not doing too many watts. My heart rate is coming down. So I'm good. Everything's good. It's back together. So you can see these laps. People are out there to race. And from what I heard was that the first two or so races of this series, it was sketchy as hell. But I think people got it together. They felt comfortable. They trusted each other. And this didn't feel sketchy at all for me. There were a couple moments, but there's always a couple moments in every crit. But it was solid. Okay, now I'm recovering, getting into low 170s, and I'm happy about that. So I'm showing you guys the first few laps so you can see, it's a thing. The first few laps of the Criterium are, a lot of things are happening. You're going to see those early attacks. And people are excited. So now it's slowing down. People are looking around. What's happening? Who's going to attack? There's always going to be some kind of an attack when things bunch up like this. I still want to be in the front, at least for now. And we're waiting for it. We're waiting for that acceleration. There it is. Bam. And now I'm more comfortable, so I'm slotting into the mid-pack. And that's pretty much what I do the rest of the race. I'm in the mid-pack, and I surf around, and I kind of drift towards the back here and there. I lose sight of the front because, I'm kind of worried that, I don't want to burn too many matches. So now 4 laps in, we're checking out all these corners. And just look at what happens. First of all, watch me brake. I braked right there. I shouldn't have done that. And it's going to cost me how many watts? 800 watts. Just to stay on that wheel. Barely. And those are matches. Those are really important matches. And whoever is not braking, whoa, this guy's coming back fast. So you got to look out for that. Maybe he was pulling off the front and he needed to rest. And it bunches up. So here we go. The next 6 laps in, and we're gonna analyze these corners. What am I doing? Am I braking? Am I doing a good job? I felt good, but look what happens. Another 800 watt bomb. I went up to 900 just to stay in there. Man, this really hurts. I can't believe I had that many watts in me. So many efforts. And here's another one, up to 800, just to stay in. So we're going through these corners, and that's all I'm doing. It's just burning watts. Another 800 watt. I mean, this is nuts. It's always out of that one corner. Whoever can do it as efficiently as possible will be in the race. And it takes guts, man. It takes guts not to break. But there's so many lines that you can kind of thread the needle and be okay. You know, you won't wreck. There's always a line that you can take, all right? And the inside is always the way to go in this. So I tried to stay in the inside throughout the whole race. Here's another one. Lap 11. I had to push it up to 800. And those are matches. Those are really important matches that, you know, for the final sprint that you need if you're going to sprint, or for the last lap to try to get away. So that was rough, okay? That's basically all that happened. This whole race is all about that one corner, and if you could survive that, you would make it to the last lap. So here's second to last lap, and I was inside the whole time, so I couldn't see the card, the lap reader. I didn't know this was the second to last lap. And people are getting nervous. You can feel it. And you see some sketchy stuff start to happen. Let's see, I believe something happened here. Almost a crash. Luckily, we're only going 20 miles an hour. But I kind of shook people up there. And it wasn't until here that I was like, oh man, is this the last lap? What's happening? And you can see it's kind of like a frenzy. I'm kind of towards the back. I don't know that it's the last lap yet until I hear the bell right here. And I'm really trying to push it. This is pushing my heart rate up. And so we're in there. I'm still towards the back. And I hear the bell lap. I see it, 1 to go. I'm like, oh my God. They shortened the race because of the rain. It was going to rain. They shortened it by like 5 minutes. So I wasn't expecting that. On my Garmin, I saw it was like 35 minutes. The whole race was 39. So I just look at my timer. I only have a timer on my Garmin, by the way. I don't look at my watts anymore. Not in a crit. Just to see how much time I have to suffer. So here I gotta get to the front. This is it. I can't just finish the last lap here. So I'm really, this is it. My 9th 800 watt bomb is right here. And man, that was it. That was my last match. I got nothing. But they slow down dramatically. And I could have attacked right here. It would have been perfect. Because I would have attacked and I would have been able to hop on this guy's wheel. Look at him go. Like, there's no way I can react to this. And I don't know if that guy won. I don't know who won or how far he got. But now I'm eating wind. I'm at the front, like kind of by accident, doing 400, 500 watts. Which is so stupid. I shouldn't be up there. But this happened, and now I got to deal with it. My heart rate is 180. Man, I got nothing left. I burnt all my matches, and what you're going to see right now is somebody who doesn't have any matches left. This is what it looks like. And you're just going to see me go backwards the entire rest of this race. Nothing but backwards. I can't do it. I promise you, I cannot pedal my bike faster than what I have right now. Here it is. Watch. I try to light a match, and that's it. That's all I have. And I can't sustain that. I mean, these guys are doing 500 watts sustained at least, maybe 600 to go up this hill. I've got nothing. I'm just going backwards. I'm done. This is it. I went from the front of the group to the back. It's kind of cringe. It's so cringe. But that's what it is. I used up all my matches. I braked a little too much, and I just didn't have anything towards the end of the race. I ended up, there were 38 that finished. I ended up like, I don't know, 34th. And that's it. I finished the race, didn't get dropped. And I had a great time. Man, there's so many races coming up. I have literally like 15 races in the month of April. A lot of content coming up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be very active this month. Follow me on Instagram if you want to follow all my workouts and see what I do day to day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.